What's up, guys? I'm JJ,
I'm Javier.
and this is PM Football. We've made it, basically.
It's
Training camp
man.
is tomorrow.
It's training camp.
Players reported today. Training camp is tomorrow.
It's an exciting time. I mean, you remember what it was like when we worked in it. It's very exciting. It's very nerve-wracking. It's a fresh sense because it's the start of a new football season.
Yeah.
So it is a very exciting time this time of year.
Yep. You're a Commanders fan. I'm
Yeah.
a Bills fan, obviously. If you can see the front of this desk,
Yeah.
very obvious to tell. We're going to talk about the storylines that are happening heading into the training camp for the Washington Commanders today.
Yep.
There's a bunch of them. There's one very big one that is taking the nation by storm, basically, because
One of the stories that the entire country is talking about. Yeah.
it is the Terry McLaurin contract negotiations. He still has 1 year
Or
on
lack of.
lack of. Very
Yeah.
good point. He still has 1 year on his deal,
Yes.
right?
Yes. He's entering his final year.
He's about to be 30 years old.
He turns 30 in September. Yeah.
So the team, Adam Peters, everybody with the team is trying to decide what is the correct move to make. Decide to keep him, decide to trade him, which we'll get into in a minute.
Yeah.
What are your overall thoughts on how it's gone so
I'm
far?
gonna try my best not to just go on a 2-hour rant about this because I really could. I would first like to say, Adam Peters has said that he and the organization values Terry and wants him to be there.
Yeah.
However, actions are a lot stronger than words.
Mm-hmm.
When reports were coming out, no one really knew anything until both parties finally spoke. Terry
Yeah.
spoke last week. Adam Peters spoke today.
Which, to be fair, was kind of out of nowhere, right? Or was that kind of like a known thing
What,
that
the
he was
Terry or the
Yeah,
Adam Peters?
Terry?
I mean,
was just kinda like a
we knew
pop-up.
a day or two in advance that
Yeah.
he was, because I mean, you live in the area. Eastern Motors, like, it's
Promotes it and all
yeah,
that.
it's a very known thing here with the team. They're synonymous together. So like, we knew Terry was gonna be part of it. We just didn't know till like a day or two before that he's having like a whole press conference
Yeah.
after the whole shoot and stuff. But actions speak louder than words. If the reports that are coming out are true, that what Washington is offering is a little more than what he's getting paid now, which is Terry's getting paid $23 million a year now. So let's say 25, right? Let's say they're offering 25. That is extremely disrespectful.
Very. Because
Terry.
we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I've seen reports that it's been under 30. I didn't realize it was
which
low.
is
I thought it was like
alright.
28, 29.
So if anyone who knows the receiver market has been paying attention to the receiver market, I don't want to say quality receiver because like there's quality receivers getting paid under 30, but any quality receiver that has re-signed a new contract extension or anything within the last couple of seasons, you're getting over that 30 mark.
Yeah.
So to me, it was just, I thought that was the starting base. I thought we were starting at $30 million a year.
Yeah.
So to hear the reports, again, it's all alleged. We don't know if it's true, but if it is true that we're not even offering minimum 30, like, what are we doing?
Now,
Like,
I think-
honestly, what are we doing?
I think the counterpoint to that is the guys that you're talking about are a little younger. Now,
Yes.
again, how much does that really have to play into the numbers? Because like he even said in his interview, and you've said this to me multiple times,
Yeah.
he's only really played for 6 years. He was an older rookie.
He was an older rookie who was the wide receiver 3
That's
when
what
he
I
was
said.
in college, so already wasn't playing as much as these other high-quality, top-paid receivers that you're seeing in the market. And let's be real, like, his first 6 seasons in the NFL, at max he's playing 16, 17
Yeah.
games because we
They weren't going to
competing for
playoffs,
anything. We were jokes. Like,
Yeah.
he's playing the regular season and that's it. So he's not your typical 30-year-old where there's wear and tear. Like,
He's been
no,
in the league for 9 years.
When it comes to 30-year-olds, he is up there as one of the more refined and like not as worn on
And
receivers.
I could be wrong, but I don't remember him ever being injured.
He hasn't missed a game in 5 years.
Yeah.
Hasn't even come close to missing a game in 5 years.
Knock on wood.
He's not a guy that you see weekly on the injury report, like missing out on practices. Like that's not who Terry is. So to hear the reports that they're not even reaching 30. Like, this is... I've questioned Adam Peters a couple times. Like, the Jahan Dotson trade was a big one. Like, I didn't agree with it at the time. Ended up being the right move. Another Philly trade, I didn't agree with trading our second-round draft pick with Philly so they can move up and get Cooper DeJean. Like, I didn't agree with that, but that ended up us getting Jazon Newton and Mike Sainristil. Like, Cooper DeJean's still a really good player. I'm not knocking that at all. But I like that we also got 2 quality players out of that. So, like, I guess that kind of worked out for both sides. Like, this is the first time that I'm really just sitting here like, what are we really doing now?
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I think, like, we've looked at Adam Peters' history of dealing with contracts, and it has come down to the wire,
which is why. Times. And you've asked me what my level is on, like, how worried I am.
Yeah.
It's always been at 0, and I said, and I'm giving them until after the first week of training camp until I start worrying. After hearing the reports, I'll go up to a 2 out of 10.
Before the first week's even over.
Yeah. I mean, they just reported today.
Yeah.
I still think it gets done. I really do think it gets done. I just have to be optimistic. I think it gets done. But if this time next week we are still where we are at, I don't see how it doesn't go to a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Like, what's the end goal? Like, if you're Adam Peters, what is the end goal? You don't sign Terry, so if he wants to play, he plays 1 more year under the contract, then we get nothing in return. He just walks into free agency. You trade him away. What does that do to Jaden in the locker room? Like, you just show them we're not willing to pay the guys that gave their everything. And now, if all guys to do it to Terry, like, that's the guy you choose not to pay.
Yeah.
Out of everyone, you paid freaking Javon Kinlaw $15 million a year. I know Terry's asking for more than double that.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to pay more than double of Terry McLaurin than giving Javon Kinlaw $15 million a year for 3 years. Like, what are we doing? I just don't understand what the end goal is here.
Yeah. Well, from being an outside perspective, because you're a fan and you've been keeping up with this the whole offseason.
Unfortunately, I've had to keep up with this.
This is only real. I mean, I knew that the contract negotiations have been going on, but I didn't realize to the extent of how much they were lowballing him and how serious it was and, like, how frustrated he was.
I didn't again, like we talked about this earlier. I assumed we were already in the 30s. Am I weird for assuming?
No, I think everybody kind of
like, even if it was low, I thought it was like they were offering low 30s. He wants closer to 34. There's like a $4 million difference, and like maybe you could figure out like, all right, we just like load it up heavy in the front, and then there's like a way to get out of in the final. You like some creative thing a GM who is at that level knows how to figure out.
Yeah,
I did not realize this is like a $10 million difference.
Yeah, no, it's
really, really bad.
It's definitely way worse than what
I thought.
What a lot of people were thinking.
And like, we literally talked about this, earlier. Me and other Washington fans have spent 2 off seasons, an entire season, praising Adam Peters for flipping this entire operation around. And in literally a week, let's call it a few days, he has I don't want to call him public enemy number 1 just yet, but man, he's making a lot of enemies in the fan base right now with how they're going about this.
In all reality, nobody knows what the negotiations are right now.
For all we know,
they could be done tomorrow.
For all we know, the reports of them offering less than $30 million is even true, and like we don't know. We're just simply talking about what has came out.
Yeah.
Like, that's all we really can do.
Yeah.
So, like, if all that is true, like, dude, like, I don't know how familiar he is with the DC sports media and, like, how Commanders fans are online. Like, dude, we're, like, the fan base is going to go after you if you mess this up. Like, I'm going to just be real. Like, you will find out real quick how much people hate you if you don't figure this out real quick.
Yeah.
Like, people will be... I don't want to sound like people going after you, like, physically, like, no. But, like, anywhere you go in the area, you will hear about it. Like, they will let you know how unhappy we are.
Yeah.
Like, just get this figured out. I don't understand what the holdout is. Again, if you don't want to pay him $35 million, like, that's fine. But anywhere under 30 is just disrespectful. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. With what Terry has had to go through for 6 or 7 years and hasn't said a word, has not complained about it once. When in all fairness, he really should have.
Yeah.
Literally anyone else in the entire world would have called out that pathetic franchise and tell them what a joke they are in front of the entire media. He refused to do it. And this is the guy you refuse not to pay. Like, it just does not make sense to me. Out of all the players you choose not to pay, he's the one you choose not to pay.
Yeah.
It just does not make sense to me.
Yeah. No, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Because, I mean, if they don't have this thing wrapped up within the first 2 weeks of training camp,
I'm very worried.
From an outsider perspective, and we've seen it in the NFL so many times, players are just going to be like, all right, get rid of me then. Trade me.
Yes.
Like,
and like, okay, let's
which,
say
to be fair, I
hypothetically-
can't believe he hasn't done already.
let's say hypothetically you do trade him. You won't reap the benefits until next offseason. Because what receiver are you going to get in return that you feel like is an upgrade from Terry McLaurin that's realistically going to get traded?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get one. So we're not going to reap the benefits until after this upcoming season is over. So, like, trade him, you lose. Let him play his final year, get nothing in return, you lose. The only way you win is to just pay Terry.
Yep.
Which leads into our next topic, Jaden's development, which I think not signing Terry could significantly damage Jaden's development.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the things I praised this organization on doing this past offseason was keeping pretty much everything, at least offensively, the same for Jaden, because I feel like that would help not give him a sophomore slump, to just keep everything in routine, like just make everything very familiar with him. You take away his number one receiver, that there's no other choice but to stunt his growth.
Yeah.
And he's going to miss practice tomorrow. Like, yes, they have that chemistry, but wouldn't you want to just keep building on that? Like, he's already not going to reach the max potential he is going to reach this season because he's already missing the first practice.
Yeah.
This is just the first practice. He's most likely going to miss a lot more.
Yeah.
Unless something happens within the next 12 hours, which probably will not happen.
Yeah. We never know.
You never know, but, like, just the way things are sounding, probably not going to happen.
Because, I mean, I feel like if it were close, and I don't want to keep talking about Terry, but I'm just going to...
But it does tie in with Jaden's development. That's his wide receiver one.
You would think if it were close, some reporter, a big-time reporter like Rappaport or Schefter or Schrager, any of those guys, they'd be like, yeah, their deal's close.
And it's so weird because I like you brought up Rappaport because, like, a couple days ago he did say, like, it's getting... He didn't say it was close, but he said it's inching closer. Like, he said it's getting closer. Then the next report from someone else would be like, it's pretty far. Then the next report's like, they're starting to talk again. And then the next one's like, Terry's pretty pissed off.
Yeah.
So, like, it seems like every day it's something new. Like, it goes very well, and then it just goes very bad. Like, they just need to figure this out because at the end of the day, you're only hurting Jaden's development if you don't sign him.
So, speaking of Jaden's development, what are some things that you are hoping to see from him this year that he has improved on, even though he had an outstanding rookie season, one of the best rookie seasons, if not the best rookie season as a quarterback of all time?
Yes. I told you that's disrespectful. Best rookie season of all time at any position, but continue.
Regardless. I mean, this is a Commanders video. I'm not going to hate on him because I don't want the hate from the Commanders fans. But what are some things that he could improve on to even take his game to that next level? Because we recently just did our top 10 quarterback video.
Yeah.
I had him at 6. You had him at 5, which is insane. As a rookie, we both have him in the top 6.
The top 7 is pretty crazy as a rookie.
So what are some things that he could do, or at least you're hoping to see him do, to maybe even put him into the top 3? Or maybe even in the top 5.
He didn't have bad footwork, but I would like to see him improve on some of that footwork, especially when navigating through the pocket. I would really like to see that. And I'm hoping with his revamped offensive line, it kind of becomes easier for him. There were some... as good as he played, there were still certain plays in certain times in certain games that it's like, oh, yeah, that's a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Just when it came to decision-making and throwing receivers open and reading defenses and stuff, like, he's still very advanced. At least last year he was very advanced than what a rookie should be. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, there were certain times where it looked like a rookie doing it. So I just want to see that progression of understanding what coverages you see, understanding if you could, or seeing if you understand what blitz looks like better. Just reading the game better. And he has even came out and said, at least during minicamp, that the game is starting to look a little slower to him, which I love to hear. That's very good. So just seeing him just kind of settle down more, read the defense a little quicker, a little better, work on the footwork a little bit, understand when to take the risk, when not to take the risk, which I think he did pretty good in last year.
No,
But still,
100%.
you would like to see him just take that next step in doing that. If he does those things, I would not be surprised if he's in the MVP conversation at least.
Yeah. And again, it's all going to depend on if Terry's there.
Yeah, I
If
completely. I think if for whatever reason Terry sits out this year, I'm losing. Like I'll admit, I'm losing that bet. I do not, as good as Jaden is, I do not see us winning 10 or more games without Terry. I just don't.
Yeah. Speaking of the offense,
Yeah.
they've brought in some weapons. You kind of hit on it a little bit with the offensive line.
Yes.
They revamped that offensive line. They've also done a little bit to bring in some more weapons for him.
Yeah.
They've brought in Debo Samuel. They traded for Laramie Tunsil. Continue to talk about
No, like
who else
my
they bring in.
offensive. I mean, obviously those are gonna be the main two. I know you're not the biggest Josh Connolly guy, and at the moment, I was not pleased with the pick, but it had nothing to do with the player itself. I was more of a no matter what, get an edge rusher guy, especially with Mike Green on the board. However, you know me, I was praising Josh Connolly the entire draft process.
Yeah.
I really do love Josh
Again,
Connolly.
It's not that I didn't like Josh Connerly. I just thought he was a guard. That's all I thought.
I respectfully disagree, but maybe he is a guard. Maybe they do. He's not ready yet to be a tackle, and they move him to right guard because Sam Cosmi's still gonna miss probably the first month or two of the season.
Right now, is he slated to be guard, or is he working out a tackle?
I would not be. This is my guess on how things are gonna go. I think by week 1, he is our starting right tackle. However, I think he'll start. He's definitely going to at least start out training camp running with the twos at right tackle. Maybe right guard ones, maybe. I'm not necessarily sure, but I can guarantee they're not just going to hand him the right tackle one spot because they didn't even do that with Jaden last year. Beginning of training camp last year, Marcus Mariota was running with the ones.
Yeah.
Jaden had to earn his way to that,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it's going to be the exact same way. Josh Connolly's going to have to earn that right tackle spot, and I think he will.
Yeah. No, I mean, the offensive line should take a massive step.
I
As
hope-
good as their team was last year, there was it was evident that the offensive line
Needed
was
help.
an issue.
Yeah. And like maybe it was an issue, but I'm just speaking from a fan's perspective. Last year's offensive line, 1,000 times better than the last 4 years combined.
That's what. But like for you,
but
it's
yes, I
different.
agree. Like it needed. I'm not denying. It absolutely needed
Because
improvement,
now
for
that you
sure.
guys are in a conversation of a team that is actually going to be able to contend,
yes,
that
hopefully.
offensive line was not in a contender spot.
I can agree with you there. I can agree with you.
You bring
there.
in Connerly, Tunsil, move the pieces you have already as a Coleman who played
Yeah.
pretty well last year inside.
showed flashes. Yeah,
Like
I think he's a lot more suited as a guard than a tackle.
you added pieces to that group that are hopefully going to benefit them in the future and Jaden.
Yes,
The biggest thing is to keep Jaden up.
which is why I had a friend that called me draft night, and he's a Commanders fan as well. He's like, "What do you think of the pick?" I would like to preface, I was also under a certain influence that night, so I wasn't fully focusing and fully thinking. But I was panicked. I was like, "What do we just do? Like, Mike Green's on the board. We desperately need edge." And he explains to me, like, "Look, like, this team only goes as far as Jaden takes us. He's the greatest asset we've had in franchise history. Do whatever you can to protect that greatest asset
Yeah.
for not just this year, but for 10 years down the road." And I'm like, you know what? You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
Shame on me for not seeing the vision. And I think that's exactly what we did. I think Connolly's a piece that could develop into someone that could protect our biggest asset for now and 10 years down the line. And my most favorite offseason move that we've made, getting Laramie Tunsil. I even put that ahead of Debo. Like, I didn't. If you would have told me going into this offseason that Laramie Tunsil was going to be on our team, and what did we give up? We gave up a third this year and a second. We gave up a fourth this year and a second next year. Like, yeah, I would absolutely take that. Like, I could not believe we got him. Like I really expect Jaden to be sitting in the pocket a lot more comfortably than he did last year. I do not expect him to be using his legs as much as he did last year, which great because again he's our greatest asset. Do whatever you can to protect that asset.
Yeah, no, for sure. On top of the offensive line, you also mentioned they bring in Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
What are your kind of expectations for him, and do you think he is going to be a really big impact in this offense?
I already told you what I think, man.
Oh, I know.
He's gonna be an All-Pro. Deebo's gonna be an All-Pro, man. Like, and I told you exactly what I think. I think he's gonna pop off this year. There's a chance we sign him to an extension. It's gonna be downhill from there. But we'll worry about that another time.
So let me say this: if it isn't with Terry, how is that looking? Is Deebo as your number one guy?
I mean, you'd have to, I don't want to say force feed him the ball, but like, I guess you could force feed Noah Brown. We kind of had to do it last year too. But
that's another great point. It looks like he's all right.
Yeah, you said he died.
I know. No one knew you didn't know what happened either.
Yeah, but once everyone stopped talking about it, like once Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport never said anything about it, like they would have said something if it was bad. Like they would have found
it's
out.
Noah Brown. I'm sorry to tell you, it's Noah Brown.
Dude,
did
you see they reported that Amon-Ra St. Brown's brother signed with the 49ers?
Yeah, it's a signing. But
I'm sorry. I think Noah Brown's a little more.
Yeah, but they had already reported. They had already reported.
Equanimeous. Like I'm sorry, Noah Brown's better than Equanimeous, and they reported on that. Like they report on everything.
Yeah,
that's my only point. They would have reported that like he's out for the year or whatever the case may be. The fact that it had been a couple weeks by then and they didn't say anything, I was like, he's probably fine.
Yeah, I mean, so offense is definitely going to be hopefully improved from last year, which was already a good offense.
It was a great offense. We just need Terry.
You need Terry. You need that run game to maybe take another step up.
But that's the thing. Like, does it though? Like, look how far we made it with the same run game we had last year. Like, I don't think we necessarily need this run game to explode out of nowhere because we were fine last year. And we're going to have a better offensive line. We have another weapon in Deebo. Like, we don't need an exceptional run game. Would I love one? Absolutely. But we don't need a second coming of Saquon Barkley. Not that that's the expectation, but like we don't necessarily need a 1,000-yard rusher in order to get to where we want to go.
And I'm not really saying that either. I'm just saying hopefully you can get a better looking run game than what you have.
Oh well, I'm hoping
because I think that would help your team significantly.
I'm just a little confused on, and look, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm just confused why people in our fan base thinks that our 7th round pick, Krosky Merritt, is gonna be like
the starter,
Christian McCaffrey,
receiver, yeah.
Like, can we
runner?
Look, I understand if he will play the full season. Is he gonna get drafted higher than the 7th round? Most likely, sure. But at the end of the day, you were a 7th round pick. Like, let's pump the brakes.
If you're that good, they would have overlooked the thing that, and it wasn't even a reason that
Jamar Chase didn't play his final year. Penei Sewell didn't play his final year. Both
top 5 picks.
Top 10 picks. Yeah, top 5. Like that's what Derek Stingley Jr. I'm pretty sure did not play his final year.
He was injured the whole season.
That's like 3rd overall pick, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're really that dude, it doesn't matter.
Especially when it wasn't an injury concern. It was an eligibility thing that the school screwed him on. Like,
Commanders fans, let's simmer down on this. I'm not saying he can't maybe move into that running back 2 role, maybe like week 10 or something. But like, let's not go in expecting that.
Pump the brakes.
Like, would it be cool if that happened? Yes and no, because I'm hoping Brian Robinson could play better than a 7th round rookie. But like, guys, let's pump the brakes. There's no need to have these expectations with this guy.
Yeah,
I'm a fan, but let's pump the brakes on this.
All right, we've covered the offense basically.
Yes.
Let's move over to the defense.
Yes.
You were kind of going on a tangent earlier about Javon Kinlaw. He's the biggest addition to this defense through the offseason.
No, not anymore.
Oh, yeah, you're totally right. Except I would still have Kinlaw over him because I think he's having more of an impact than Von Miller.
I think he will play more snap. Well, no, I don't think. I know for sure he's definitely going to play more snaps than
I'm kind of
Von Miller, but I think Von Miller will outperform him.
I'm kind of glad that you have a Bills fan here to give you some insight.
Yeah.
Don't expect anything.
I'm expecting Dante Fowler Jr. 2.0.
You're not getting it. I'm sorry.
Yes, we are.
You're not.
Yes, we are.
He literally played 120 snaps for us last year.
That's a lie.
I looked it up because I thought it was like in the 50s. It was 124 snaps.
That's fine.
He played 124 snaps.
Still got 6 sacks. We just need you to get 7 to 10 sacks, dude.
He's a year older.
Get 7 to 10 sacks.
I'm sorry to tell you, he isn't. And you said
why not?
when we
why wouldn't he get 7 to 10
when we first
sacks?
started talking
He's playing
about
with a better linebacking core to help free him up more.
What is that going to have to do with anything? He's an edge rusher.
It's going to help free him up more.
They aren't blitzing.
Who says, dude, Luvu blitzes like 50% of the time.
Yeah, from the edge rusher spot.
No, he blitzes all over. He's that chess piece.
Yeah.
He's that chess. He can blitz from all over. I love you, Luvu. You're my dog. You're my
Regardless, you sent me that tweet or whatever
Yeah.
after the signing
Trade.
happened
Yeah.
about
Or not trade, signing, yeah.
that he was like 8th in the league in the run stopping grade.
Which is a fact.
It's
is it not a fact though?
It's skewed though.
Is it not a fact?
Sure,
That's what I'm saying. And
but
look,
it's skewed.
I'm not expecting a T.J. Watt, Micah Parsons, Nick Bosa.
I'm telling you right now, you are going to be
anything.
so disappointed because
I
Dante
don't think I
Fowler
will.
would have a better season than
I
he does.
disagree.
Von Miller, I love Von. He was great for the team.
I disagree.
Great. I
He was
totally
cheaper,
agree.
too.
I totally
He was
agree
cheaper,
with him
too.
coming in there and being a guy that people are going to learn from. Frankie might take the next leap. He's already taken that leap, but he might
He's a
become that
dog.
elite edge pass rusher with a Von Miller's
dog.
help.
He's not playing on the edge.
I know, but with the pass rushing ability,
I
he
get
might
you.
be able
I
to
get
take
you.
that next step.
I get you.
Vaughn is not. I would be totally shocked if he has over 5 sacks.
Well, I guess you're about to be shocked because
He's
having
not.
7 to 10
He's literally
sacks.
not gonna.
He's
If he
gonna
gets
have-
over 5, I would be shocked.
What would you do if we go over
My
5?
my expectation of him is 4
No.
because I think he had 4 for us last year, maybe
6.
5, 6.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna hate.
That's
on
what I'm saying. Like, why
But-
can't he get 7 to 10?
I don't even want to. Again, I'm not hating on Von Miller. I'm just saying don't expect much from him.
Look, and I agree. I'm not expecting this like, oh my god,
You're not.
we have.
Don't
the
even
pass
expect
rusher.
30-year-old Von Miller. Like he is 36-year-old Von
I
Miller now.
expect 7 to 10.
He's
sacks.
not getting it.
Why not? But why not?
He didn't do it last year.
He was just under, and he's playing with a better
He was
linebacking
just
core.
under
and
it?
maybe
He's not playing with a
maybe-
better defensive line at all.
No, I linebacking core. I didn't say
Yeah,
defensive.
well, when
line,
he
better
does-
linebacker
we
core.
don't
and
blitz
even maybe
linebackers.
a better DB room. Maybe
Not
we'll
even close.
have to see. We'll have to see. You guys had Kyrie Elam starting.
No, he didn't. He was injured. We had he started a couple games. He was not starting.
All I'm saying is, there's potential in our DB room now at certain positions. What if the quarterback just hangs onto the ball for 1 or 2 seconds longer, and it gives Von Miller more time to get to the backfield?
He's not going to get there
Why not?
because he can't do it anymore.
But you just saw the stats of when he was in, how effective he was.
Because
Why
our
can't he
D line
do
was
it?
actually solid, and he
Why can't he do
was
it?
reaping the benefits from playing with a good defensive line.
You had one good player on that.
Rousseau,
defensive line.
Ed
Rousseau.
Oliver is
No,
so
stop it.
underrated.
Stop
he doesn't
that.
get any stats.
Stop that.
Ed is a guy.
I'll
that's just-
agree with Rousseau, but other than that,
Ed
no.
is a guy that doesn't get any.
That's why you
stats.
address the defensive line with like 4 different picks.
Exactly.
Because you don't have the.
We didn't have
power
a
there.
we don't have the run stopping ability.
You
that
just
was
don't
the
have
biggest
the talent there.
That was the biggest
You
issue.
don't have
but
the
that
talent
that goes
there.
to the point even more of why he was graded as high as he was as a run stopper. We didn't have any run stoppers, so they were running to his side of the field.
What do you think we had? We were literally the worst run stopping team in the league last year.
Dorrance Armstrong is better.
We were
run stopper than
literally
anyone that
the
we have.
worst. We were the worst.
I understand that.
That's what I'm so like. You're literally.
But
going
I'm
with
saying-
my argument.
We have a better defensive line than you do.
I'm not disagreeing
But
with that.
They're not going to just run
But
at him now.
every reason you just said
Vaughn-
why it wouldn't work.
Yes,
just goes.
but I wasn't
to my-
finished. Vaughn was the worst run stopper out of all of them, so they would run to him.
He's
So
not
he
gonna
had-
be on run plays. He's just not.
Oh, we didn't want him to be either, but he was.
Okay,
He's
that's
gonna be.
y'all.
He's
That's
gonna be.
y'all. No,
He's just you're gonna know what every single play is.
I'm letting you know. If he was still on the Bills, you would not be saying this.
I said last year when he was starting, why is he on the field?
You're such a liar because this offseason you literally said you would not mind re-signing Von Miller
No, I
and
didn't.
Amari Cooper.
I said Amari for sure. When did I say Vaughn?
I can't remember the exact. It was definitely before the draft. You were like, I wouldn't mind if we re-signed Von Miller.
Well, if I did, I never meant to say that. And again, if it was before the draft, never. After the draft, 100% not. It was
Lies.
it was never in
Lies,
the plans. So, but we didn't really talk about. We've just been talking about Von Miller. How do you expect this defense to look this year? We've mentioned the run game being a massive issue for them.
I like our linebacking core. I think we have a top 5 linebacking core in the league. I think our DB room has a lot of potential. Potential is just a word. Like, that doesn't mean they'll hit it. That you still have to do things to actually reach that potential. But nonetheless, I think there's potential there in the DB room. But you said it, and I'll agree with you. The defensive line worries me. And I'll be honest, the defensive line worries me. I don't know the Deron Payne we're going to get. There's a lot of reports coming out that he's looking really good. Now that Jonathan Allen has left, he's stepped into that leadership role that we've never seen from him before. And he looks more... And I don't want it to sound wrong because, like, they were brothers. Like, Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne have been brothers since they were literally 18 years old. Like, they went in... Jonathan Allen went into Bama a year before him, but they literally became men together. So, like, they'll always have that connection. They'll always be close. But there's almost like more of a breath he could take now that his older brother isn't over, like, looking him and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we'll see what kind of play we get out of him. I'm hoping this high hopes for him. It's also a contract year for him. So I'm hoping this kind of motivates him more. Yeah. You know how I feel about Jazon Newton. I think he could take a big leap this year. I really do like Jazon Newton.
Does it not worry you at all that they decided to bring somebody in to kind of fill that void that he's missing when Newton was supposed to be that guy?
It was a little bit of a head scratcher, but you gotta understand the relationship. Adam Peters is a huge relationship guy. He had that relationship with Javon Kinlaw, and I simply think Jazon Newton is gonna outplay him. Like, I really do think.
Yes, but that's what I mean. Like, that just looks bad.
No, I agree. I don't agree with the signing. I've been very vocal about that. I don't agree with the signing at all. I think we will look back on it and see, wow, we really shouldn't have given him all that money. Like, I completely agree.
Because, again, you need a rotation in this league.
Yeah.
Like, you can't survive with 2 D tackles. You need at least 4 that can play 50% of the snaps if they need to. I think that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I agree. We have depth. I'll admit we have depth.
Who's the 4th guy?
Sheldon Day. Sheldon Day's underrated. He's a decent backup. I'd even say he's a good backup. He's not a guy that you'd want to be like, all right, start 2 games for us. But I think Sheldon Day's a really good backup. I mean, obviously, either Jazon Newton or Javon Kinlaw is going to have to be the backup. Most likely going to be Jazon Newton as the backup.
I mean, you kind of have to at this point. You can't really be like, oh, yeah, we're going to give this guy 15 and he's not going to be on the field.
Exactly. But I do think there will be certain packages where you'll see all 3 of them on the field at once.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them playing like a 3-3-5.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, I know you're saying Sheldon Day is probably the best depth you've had ever. I'll get probably.
Nah, bro, freaking. I don't want to be that guy, but Chase Young's rookie year, D-line, we had a lot of depth. But I get what you're trying to say, though.
From the time that people can remember, at least.
It was what, 5 years ago?
When you guys were the other word?
Were we?
For sure.
Yeah, we were.
Chase Young was drafted by them.
Yeah, that summer was when it changed. So he never played as. I feel like I could say it. I'm a fan. Do I want to risk getting canceled?
I wouldn't say it. The word that Trump really wants to have.
The logo that is on that mug. Chase Young was drafted by them, but didn't play a single game for them.
Yeah.
Because that summer's when we changed to the football team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, but.
Yeah, because Jahan Dotson was the first ever.
I don't even know why I brought up Sheldon Day. I was gonna just hate on them, but Sheldon Day as a guy that's gonna be playing meaningful snaps for you this year.
He did last year,
and he wasn't good.
Nah, he was
terrible.
Good. Nah,
where?
Dude, he played really good against the Vikings.
You guys had the worst run defense in the league last year.
Yeah, I mean, you can't put that all on Sheldon.
I'm not
Day.
saying-
It sounds
I'm-
like
I'm-
you are. No, you definitely are. You literally
Yeah,
just said
it's all
Sheldon
because of
Day.
Sheldon Day.
Really, you can rely on
It's
Sheldon
all because
Day?
of Sheldon Day.
Yeah, exactly.
But what have they done? They've replaced Jonathan
more
Allen
depth.
with a guy that is not as good as him.
Okay, let's not act like Jonathan Allen was setting the world on fire the last couple years.
He's better than Javon Kinlaw. Can you not at least agree with me?
I'll agree he's a little better than Javon Kinlaw.
So, from having the worst one in the league, you replace a guy that isn't as good as him,
Yeah.
and you still have the same people behind them. How is it going to be better?
Run game, it might not be. I think everything else could be, but run game, it might not be. I'm going to be real. It might not be. I'm going to be very honest with you. It might not be. And that's what worries me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Especially
be real.
when you play in a division that just loves to run the football.
And I've been vocal about this. Like, I don't agree with the Javon Kinlaw signing. I don't agree. I don't want to say don't agree. My first option would have been to draft an edge in the first round. I'm not complaining about Josh Connolly because, like I said, and you can even look at the past videos as evidence.
No, you
I
were
am a big Josh Connolly
Yeah,
fan.
You've always been.
But,
I have too. I just thought he was a guard. That's it. I didn't think he was bad.
however, like, there's no question. Defensive line is a huge question mark. For
100%.
us. No doubt about it.
The
I will not
defensive
deny
line is going to take the defense as far as it can. Like, if the
But what I'm
defensive
hoping
line,
for-
I said that wrong. I definitely.
But what I'm hoping for is our DB room at least comes close to the potential it could hit. Make quarterbacks hang on to the ball just a little longer, and I'm just praying that could lead to something up front.
You can.
That's what I'm hoping for.
No, I know, and that's the plan. Like that's
That's what it has to be. We
like,
have no other choice.
There's no other
yeah,
explanation.
there's
besides
no other
that's
choice.
What their
We
plan is.
have to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how
Yeah.
this works
No,
out.
I completely agree with you. Like our defensive line scares me.
I would go to say the defensive unit in general scares me.
Yeah, I
as
mean,
an outside perspective,
obviously,
you're going to be a lot more.
No, obviously, the offense is going to be way better than our defense. No one would ever debate that. Our offense, even
Yeah.
without Terry, our offense is going to be a lot better than our defense.
100%.
But if we could just, what do we have, like the 16th or 18th ranked defense last year?
I think it was 16th ranked, but the EVO.
Regardless, 16th ranked defense, let's try to hit for top 12. If we could get number 12, like we don't have to be spectacular with the offense and quarterback we have. Just try to make those little improvements to get us up there a little bit more. And then next offseason we could worry about whatever we got to worry about. But just try to make those little strides to get a little better.
Yep.
That's all I'm asking for.
So, before we head out of here,
Yeah.
training camp's just about to start.
Yep.
Who are
Tomorrow's
some
the first practice?
Who are some guys that you are looking for to maybe have a breakout season, or kind of how you were talking about Payne to be that guy that's going to step up and be a leader?
I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I have two guys. Did you ask for one or can I have one?
You can have whoever you.
I
I,
have-
was going
I-
to say offense, defense, if you want. But if,
Can I do two defense because both my guys are
Sure.
on defense?
Yeah.
And then if I
I think
of
I
offense,
can know.
I'll
Your,
think of
I
an
know your
offense.
one answer.
Yeah, Jazon Newton.
Oh, I thought you were going. Well, then I might know your
Then who-
second. Quan Martin.
You know both of
Yeah.
mine. Jazon Newton. He was my defensive tackle one in last year's draft class. I was a huge fan of Jazon Newton.
I was too, by the way.
nice. I actually didn't know that. Nice.
I thought he was good. I had no idea the injury thing. was this big of
Same
a
as
deal.
well. Same as well. I literally said it 5 minutes ago. I think he will outperform Javon Kinlaw. Like, I want to trust Adam Peters. And look, maybe Javon Kinlaw serves us another way somehow in a different kind of package. I think the better just pure defensive tackle will be Jazon Newton. I think he will show that this year. He has a full offseason without any injuries. I'm hoping he stays healthy. I think if he can stay healthy, he will show the entire fan base and the entire NFL that he could be a force to reckon with.
How much did he play, like, realistically last year?
I wish I could give you a real number.
But he didn't play for like the first half, correct?
I think he missed the first 2 weeks. He definitely missed the first week. He may have missed the first 2 weeks because of the injury. And
I thought it
then-
was way longer than that. But I mean, you
No,
would know.
but then you had Jonathan Allen, so he had to kind of play that coming off the bench. Well, then Jonathan Allen got hurt, so he got put in a lot more. If I'm not mistaken, I think he led our team in TFLs or pressures, one of those. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure he led our team in one of those. He showed a lot of flashes last year, and I'm expecting him to have an even bigger role with a fully healthy offseason this season. And then Quan Martin, if you look at last year from his rookie year, drastic improvement. Not to say he necessarily played bad his rookie year, because that's the year we went 4-3. Like, everyone played bad. But he played okay his rookie year. I'd say he played good last year. I'm looking at for him to play either well or great this year. And in minicamp, our defensive coordinator, Joe Witt Jr., straight up just got asked, is there a guy that has surprised you or whatever? And the first guy he said Quan Martin has made a drastic leap since our first minicamp practice or training camp practice to today. He said he is just completely a new player and that he thinks he could be one of the better safeties in this league. I'm taking his word for it. Joe Witt Jr. isn't a guy that sugarcoats things. He's never been known as that guy. He just says it straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really hoping and expecting both these guys to really just blossom into something better. And offensively, I'm really hoping Ben Sinnott could take a jump. Like, last year was very disappointing.
Mainly because they just didn't play him.
Yes, I think he had 5 receptions last year, if I
that's-
remember correctly. Like,
And they took him in the second.
yes, I had a 3rd round pick on him, so I still had a day 2 pick on him. But I thought 2nd round was a little bit of a reach for him. I really liked him in the draft process, though. Like, I really did like him.
Yeah.
I just hope he could take that leap. I heard a lot of the issues were just him not fully grasping the playbook fully, which you're a rookie, not all rookies are going to get it. So I'm really just hoping he could get included in more plays and more packages and just really start to get the ball more and get more reps in. So that's what I'm hoping for with him.
Yeah. I mean, I can't disagree with you there. I'm not going to name breakout players for myself just because I couldn't go in depth as much as you could.
Yeah.
But I agree. The 2 defensive guys, they're replacing the 2 biggest losses that you had on the defense in Jeremy Chin and
Well,
Jonathan
Quan Martin
Allen.
was already our starting free safety last year. Now it's
But
just him.
he's the one gonna have
He's
to be
definitely
that
like
next step.
he's like the guy as our safety.
Yeah,
I
so I'm
agree.
saying like those 2 guys are gonna have to step up at position groups that you've lost this offseason.
And it's a full offseason with both of them knowing the playbook and knowing the plays and just knowing how the defense works. So I expect the game to slow down for them and just really for them to understand more and be more instinctual when it comes to playing.
Now I will say offensively, I would go Luke McCaffrey myself, just because I'm interested. Being at Texas, I was at the game where everyone knows the viral clip of Luke
Yeah.
McCaffrey getting his head blown off.
Yeah.
It looks like he got decapitated, and he comes up with the ball in his
Yeah.
hands, and he scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
I saw that in person.
Yeah.
I thought he died, and he caught a touchdown.
I
on the
remember
play.
seeing the film and he just got up. I'm like, God, that CTE has to be
Yeah.
generational.
But I'm very interested to see, especially if that Terry situation keeps going. He's gonna have to play.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he has no
I'm
choice, I
interested
agree.
to see how Lane looks. I've heard a lot of good things about Lane.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're expecting him to be more of a returner. Hopefully, he'll earn some reps to play offensively. But I'm hoping he just lights it up in special teams, honestly.
Yeah, I mean that's what you drafted him for.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think that's gonna kind of wrap up what we think. More so, you did a lot more of the talking than I did,
Yeah.
for good reason. You have a lot more
Yeah.
insight about the Commanders than I do.
Yep.
I know we normally break it down with a question. I don't really got a question for you.
I'll
though.
be honest, I don't got a question. Either.
So I think we're gonna end things right here.
Yeah.
If you guys, again, give us some questions to ask each other. We don't want to have to sit here the entire time trying to think of a question.
Yeah.
We'll answer your questions. You have a Commanders question.
Or just a question in general.
Yeah.
Football related.
Yeah.
Football related questions only.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Start wrapping it up for us.
Yep.
We are coming out with another edition of this, but with the Bills, since JJ's the big Bills fan. So make sure you look out for that. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Share the video as well. Like the video as well. Follow us on Twitter and TikTok at PM Football Podcast.
We're 2 subscribers away from 50 on YouTube.
Yeah.
Get us to 50.
I think we're 3 away from 100 on TikTok, so
So
we're slowly
get us-
getting there. We're
get
still
us to 50
we're still
on YouTube.
technically less than a year of doing
Yeah.
this, so we appreciate those who have supported us so far, who are supporting. We really do appreciate it. We have no idea what we're doing. Obviously, we've had to learn. And
I feel like we've gotten okay at it.
yeah, I think we're getting better we're learning every week. We're getting better every week, so we'll just see how this continues. Thank you guys very much. Again, look out for our Bills version of this video, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.